Arresting a black man who's deaf and has cerebral palsy. That arrest is violent. And in this story, we're going to show you close body camera footage that's intense and difficult to watch. So please consider this your warning.
Everybody stop where you're at.
Remember, the man is deaf and has cerebral palsy.
Let's see. Tase him. Get your hands behind your back. Get your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Get your hands behind your back. Hold them. Move. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Ultra X-ray taser deploy more units. Hand behind your back. Hand behind your back. Do more. Hand behind your back. More. Hand behind your back. Hand behind your back.
Between the two officers, the man is punched at least 10 times and tasered 4 times.
Okay.
He can't understand them, and he's deaf and he's physically compromised. The entire thing is just outrageous.
That's Jesse Showalter. He agreed to watch the video with us, and that's because he's an attorney for Tyron Mcalpin. Together, they're planning to bring an excessive force lawsuit against the Phoenix Police Department.
Circle K employees had a Caucasian male in the store causing problems, and they called the police to trespass this person who wouldn't leave.
Hey, you guys just want this guy to trespass? Okay.
And when police arrive, they don't do any investigation to find out what this guy was doing in the store. Instead, they talk to the guy, and he claims that he was assaulted and points to somebody in the street that he claims did it.
The guy pointed at Tyron, who was across the street.
We're saying that's the guy that assaulted
right there. With the backwards hat on, yep.
I mean, so we have a situation where the officers respond. Some white guy says, hey, no, some black guy assaulted me, and they just drop what they're doing and head right over there.
That's what the video shows.
He was standing outside the door opening and saying,
that dude.
why don't you wait here first?
The black guy?
Yeah.
And that takes us back to this point.
Let's see.
And this police officer, out of the gate, assaults him, and then uses Tyron's attempts to protect himself to try to justify felony charges.
Officials charged Tyron with aggravated assault and resisting arrest. In their reports, officers wrote Tyron tried to walk away from them, took a fighting stance, threw repeated punches at them, and bit one of them.
Everything that I see in that video, as well as the other officer's body camera, looks like Tyron's just trying to avoid being harmed by these officers. And that only makes them escalate the situation and increase the degree of violence that they're using.
One of the officers says Tyron bit him. I mean, how do you respond to that?
Tyron was face down on the ground with 2 officers striking and choking him, and that the only way that Tyron could have possibly bit anybody on the hand or wrist is if one of those officers placed their hand or wrist in his mouth. And what it looks like from the video is that the officer who claims he was bitten was using an illegal chokehold on Tyron.
Here's the question that, invariably, undoubtedly will be asked. Why didn't he just comply?
And the answer is easy, is he's deaf. He couldn't understand what they were doing, and he had done nothing wrong.
What
messing with him for no reason.
What kind of disabilities do you have?
He's deaf and he's got cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And I've been having a phone with him since Circle K.
How is he deaf if you've been on the phone?
Because I know sign language, that's why. I signed to him. That's why.
Nowhere in their police reports did the 2 officers document they were told about Tyron's disabilities. But records do show when another cop went back to check store surveillance footage and talk to witnesses, none of it supported the white guy's claims.
Now, as you just heard, Tyron is still facing several felony charges. In fact, even though those officers are under internal investigation, they still just went into court to testify against Tyron.
And as you can see, our cameras were there, and a judge ruled there was probable cause for the case to move forward. Now, in our next report, you'll hear those officers on the stand, hear their justification for the arrest, and you'll also see some bizarre moments in the courtroom.
Very tough to watch. Thank you very much, Dave.
Hello everyone, hey y'all, welcome to another episode of DDTS, and this is episode 318. I'm back with another video today, y'all. Happy Sunday. As you may know, I have started putting up disclaimers because some of the stuff and some of the information and stories and topics and stuff that I talk about, you know, sometimes it's good to have disclaimers. It's good to have your evidence, have your receipts and everything like that. And some of the stuff that I may say may be alleged, which 9 times out of 10, sometimes it is and sometimes it ain't. Most of the times when it's been said out there in the media and that it's in the news, 9 times out of 10, it's real. But from now on, I will be starting putting my disclaimers up, so y'all can know that, you know, the disclaimers are important to have. So if you like this type of content, hit that like button. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. And make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell so you get notified when I have new content. I am also on Twitter. But you know. But yes, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on TikTok as well. I'm on social media, I will say that. But if you have any request, if you have anything or have any requests that you would like me to do a video on, please hit my inbox on them social medias that I told you about. I'm on Instagram, DeAndre Marquise Dobbs, Facebook, DeAndre Dobbs, and I am on TikTok. So, and then also my email is deandredobbs@gmail.com. If you would like to have any videos that you would like me to do, please email me. If you like to email me or hit me up in one of my inboxes. So, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with me doing, every type of content. So yes, this video that I'm doing today, is basically I was tagged and mentioned in an article on Twitter. That's why I saw it. I was mentioned in the comment. And I said, you know what? This is a video for me to do because the video and the article that I saw, the video that I watched, the article that I saw, the story that I read about this article, it is very sad and it really made me so mad. And it's like, it's crazy. And I'm finna tell you this. It is about how I got mentioned in this topic and in this article. I follow a couple of friends on Twitter and they keep me up to date with the news and everything and with what's going on in the real world. So I got mentioned in a comment, and then this person by the name of Philip Lewis, he's on Twitter, aka X. Philip Lewis. Shout out to Philip Lewis, and shout out to my friend that sent me this, mentioned me in the comments so I can see this heartbreaking story, so I can talk about this. So, the story is about Tyron Mcalpin, a deaf man with cerebral palsy is facing charges after he was punched and tasered by Phoenix police officers. The officers acted on the claims of a white man who falsely said he was assaulted by a black man and pointed at McFlynn. Now, this is crazy. This is sad and this is heartbreaking. I'm going to tell you why this is sad and this is heartbreaking. But first, I'm going to read you the article. And let me tell you something before I start reading y'all the article. And then after that, I'm going to elaborate on it. Before I start doing that, let me tell y'all, before I start doing that, let me remind y'all, if y'all watch my videos and if y'all follow me from the beginning, let me remind y'all that I am also a black man that has cerebral palsy, that was born with cerebral palsy. And like I said, it's different stages of it, it's different kinds of it, but I am a black man and I was born with cerebral palsy. I'm disabled. So when I see something in the media like this, and when I saw what was in the media of this black man by the name of Tyron Mcalpin, and he's also deaf and he has cerebral palsy and he's getting attacked by these police officers, and you had somebody calling the police officers, lying on this man, trying to make like that it was a white person that was doing the attacking, but saying that it was a black man that was getting saying that it was a claims of a white man who falsely said he was getting assaulted by a black man. Really, it was a lie. So basically, Tyron Mcalpin, he basically got assaulted for nothing. But I'm finna read this article and I'm gonna tell you why I'm so upset, because I am a person that is cerebral palsy, that has cerebral palsy. I was born with it, but I'm not deaf. I have not been assaulted by the police officers of any kind at this very moment, and I pray to the good Lord and God that I don't anytime soon. But I'm gonna read y'all this article. And as I read y'all this article, I'm going to elaborate on it, and I'm basically going to give you my opinion, my perspective on it, because this is crazy, this is sad, and this is heartbreaking. So give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, let me click on this. Now this says, investigations. Phoenix officers repeatedly punched taser deaf black man with cerebral palsy. Yes, it is a video. It's a video. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see, can I put the video in my description box and let y'all watch it, because like I said, sometimes, most of these videos don't want you, want it to be on your page for copyright issues and stuff like that. But I am going to put this in my description box. That's what I'm going to do. But we finna go ahead and read this topic. So, Phoenix, Arizona, a black man who is deaf and has cerebral palsy is facing felony aggravated assault and restraining arrest charges and resisting arrest charges after he was repeatedly punched and tasered by a pair of Phoenix police officers. The violent and rapid arrest of Tyron Mcalpin raises serious questions could serve as a test case for Phoenix and the Department of Justice as the two battle over whether the police department in America's fifth largest city needs federal oversight. Acting on false claims from a white man under investigation, body camera video shows officers unexpectedly go after McFlynn, punches him in the head at least 10 times, taser him 4 times, and wrap their arms around his neck. It's hard for me to see how the city can come out and say with a straight face it is meeting the DOJ report head on when this man is being charged with assault on police officers for this incident, says Jesse Showalter, one of the McFlynn's attorneys. Phoenix police officers did not answer specific questions about the arrest, but confirmed it was on an intentional investigation. The incident is the subject of an ongoing investigation and assisted to the Professional Standards Bureau on August 30th, 2024. But Phoenix police and Maricopa County prosecutors continue to pursue a criminal case against McFlynn during a recent preliminary hearing. Maricopa County Superior Court Commissioner Nick Saccone found that there was a probable cause for the August 19, 2024 arrest. McFlynn was arrested by officers Benjamin Harris and Kyle Sue. In their police reports and court testimony, the two officers stated McFlynn was going to run, took a fighting stance, threw repeated punches, and one complied with commands. McFlynn's attorney said the body camera video and surveillance footage show that the officers' claims are false, and said there are obvious explanations for why he couldn't comply. The answer is easy. He's deaf. He couldn't understand what they were doing, and he had done nothing wrong. Showalter said, "Everything I see in that video is Tyron just trying to avoid being harmed by police officers. That only makes them increase the escalation and the violence that they're using." Okay, the arrest happened 2 months after the Department of Justice released a historic surveillance report outlining a long list of systematic failures with the Phoenix police. Among the problems cited by the DOJ, the following issues are raised in McFlynn's arrest: racial bias, exclusive force, dangerous use to terrorists, and chokeholds, and violating rights of people with disabilities. The violent arrest stems from a morning call from the Circle K employees who reported that a white man was causing problems and wouldn't leave the store, records show. While being trespassed, the man claimed that he was assaulted by a black man and pointed across the street at McFlynn's. Officer Harris and Sue took the man's claims at face value and left him to go after McFlynn's. The man's assault claim was later refuted by the store employees, and surveillance video records show. After handcuffing McFlynn's, his girlfriend arrived at the arrest and told the officers that he was deaf and had cerebral palsy. According to the body camera footage, none of the officers at the scene included any information about McFlynn's disability in their reports. Both Harris and Sue were called to testify during their preliminary hearing on October 1st, 2024. The courtroom video of the preliminary hearing is enabled at the end of this report. Harris testified that he immediately went hands on McFlynn's within a second because he believed he was going to run and was going to fight. He raised his hands in a manner that was going to strike me, Harris said during a cross-examination. What that communicated to me is that I was about to get assaulted, not that someone was giving up. Harris also testified that he didn't know if it was possible that McLean raised his hands to protect himself from Harris suddenly punches in response to a question from the procession. Harris said everything could have been avoided if McLean just indicted he was deaf. I would have had him sit down, made motions with my hands to have him sit down, and then I would have gotten a pen, Harris testified. As for the officer, Sue, he also testified that he saw McLean throw punches and claimed that he was bitten on the wrist during the arrest. Okay. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry for that interruption. I'm back. Yes, I just got done reading y'all most of the article. Let me tell y'all, I think I done read enough of the article to, basically elaborate on what we already know, what we know for most part, because as I was reading, I was still getting madder and madder and madder, and it's like, it's crazy. Because this basically tells you, and it's basically doing repeat psychology. It's basically, in my opinion, it is repeating history that happened 68 years ago. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to tell you. Let's think about this. Remember what happened to Emmett Till? 14 years old. You remember what happened to him? Do you remember what happened to him? And it's like repeat psychology and repeat history all over again. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. I'm finna go ahead and be honest with y'all. I'm finna be real with you. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be real with you. If these police officers would do this, if police officers did this to young black women and young black men that are young and old, they've been doing this for decades. Been doing this for decades. If they did this to young black men and young black women and old black men and old black women respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Not calling them old men and women old. But think about it. They've been doing this to us for years, to our ancestors, to peoples of our community, to black peoples in general, and peoples of color. If they did all this mistreatment and all this violence and all this stuff towards us for years, what makes people think that they ain't gonna do this to a person that has a disability like myself? I have a disability. I have cerebral palsy. I was born with cerebral palsy. And me talking about the story and what has happened to Tyron Mcalpin, he's deaf and has cerebral palsy. And as a person, me, myself, that has cerebral palsy and that was born with it, you know what? I feel like I don't feel safe, you know, still. Like, I don't feel safe, you know, when I go out and stuff. I know it's crazy to say, but every time I leave the house, I be like, I look back at my room, I look back at the house, like I'm not gonna see it again. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? And why do I have that mind and state? Because this country and the society that we live in now, and the peoples that is in this society, they done lost their minds. You can't go out here and live your life. You can't go out here and go to the grocery store or go to the gas station or go to the doctor without being harmed. You can't even go to the gas station or pumping you some gas without getting harassed. And the thing that gets me about this situation, a Circle K worker, if I'm not mistaken, a Circle K worker called the police department saying that it was a black man claiming that he was getting attacked by a black man. And so what they did, you know what? When that worker did that, when the worker called the policeman of Phoenix, Arizona, I guess. They in Phoenix, Arizona, I guess. I'm not really for sure. When the workers called the Phoenix, Arizona Police Department, I'm gonna say that Phoenix, Arizona Police Department. When they called the Phoenix, Arizona Department, and when that person told them that it was a white man claiming that he was getting attacked by a black man, hold on, y'all. I may have it backwards. Let me go back. Because I might have it backwards. Hold on, y'all. Because I think I got it backwards. My gosh, see, this what happens. Okay. I had it right. The white man falsely claimed that he was getting assaulted by a black man, saying that he was getting falsely assaulted by a black man, which 9 times out of 10, that is not true. And I'm going to tell you this, I'm not even surprised about this incident. I'm not even surprised about the situation. I'm not even surprised about the action. I'm more upset and I'm more pissed off more than anything. I'm more angry than anything, because let's be real. The system does not care about us black men and women, and men and women of color, and black men and women of color with disabilities. They do not care about us. If they have been mistreating us black men and women for years, young and old and kids, what makes you think that they're not going to do that to black men and women and men and women of color with disabilities? If they did that to the men and women, young and old and kids that ain't got nothing going on with them, what makes you think that they gonna change and have a change of heart and not gonna do this to the black men and women of disabilities? Because this paragraph, this story, this article basically tells me that they do not care about us. They don't. And it's crazy because, and what really makes me mad is that What makes me mad and furious is that Tyron Mcalpin, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Tyron Mcalpin, he got arrested. He got arrested. And he's facing charges. And he was tased. And he was tasered by these police officers. And if that is not enough, these police officers punched him 10 times. And kept telling him, don't resist, this and that, the third, put your hand behind your back, and using a chokehold. And if his girlfriend came down there on the scene to tell him he's deaf, and even Tyron's lawyer even said that he's deaf, so he couldn't understand what was going on, what is happening. So he couldn't understand, he did not know. And the thing is, I don't believe Tyron would hurt a fly. To me, he's innocent. And the fact that it does not surprise me that a white man allowing a black person. Well, it does not surprise me that a white person will allow on a black person. Because soon as a white person allow on a black person, you know what happens? They call the police. And you know what happens? The police does not ask any questions. They go and find the person that they said did the falsely accused crime, and they go attacking him. These police officers ended up attacking this dude anyway, and he didn't do anything. And he's deaf, and he has cerebral palsy, and he's deaf. So how could he know anything about that? It's crazy. I get so tired of hearing people of our community getting mistreated, not getting treated right, getting treated unfairly. I get so tired of hearing that. That's why we always say, and that's why it was a movement that started called Black Lives Matter. And I will say this, Black Lives Matters. Nobody else's lives matters. To our lives matter as well. Because we deserve to be in the category where our lives, the Black Lives Matter, and the lives of peoples of color matter. So, yeah. And I just don't understand. And then they gonna say they thought he was trying to run. No. Yeah, that's what the police said, that they thought he was trying to run. And that's the thing with me. The video I saw, yes, it's a video. I'm gonna put the video up in my description, and I also gonna put, see, can I find the video of these officers attacking this man? As you can see, if you watch the video that I have placed in my description, if you can see the video and if you watch the video, you will automatically see that Tyron is basically trying to protect himself, trying to cover himself for getting abused. They were kicking him and punching him. They punched him 10 times. Then they say, hand behind your back, hand behind your back. How can his hand go behind his back when they is basically forcing this man to get jumped? From what I've saw. Then they used the chokehold. Like I said, the man that lied on Tyron Mcalpin is full of crap. It's full of mess. And it's full of a bunch of bullshit. And they wonder why us as Black Americans, and they wonder why us and why peoples of color is full of rage is because we are tired. We are tired. We get tired of getting falsely accused of stuff that we didn't do. We getting tired of peoples of our community getting unalarmed for nothing, unalived for nothing. We getting tired. We are getting tired. Because we've suffered, peoples of the community, of my community, of the black community and the peoples of color have suffered long enough. And the fact that he has disabilities, cerebral palsy. I have cerebral palsy. I can relate. I can relate to Tyron Mcalpin on a lot of things. I have cerebral palsy. Like I said, I'm not deaf. No disrespect. I'm not deaf. I'm not deaf. I have not been attacked by the police, and I really hope and I pray to the good Lord that I don't get attacked by the police anytime soon. Because let me tell you something. Every single time I see a policeman, I start to freeze up. I'm not going to lie to you. I start to freeze up. I start to freeze up. I start to panic. Because the reason I do that, because as a black man that's in America, that's in Mississippi, the South of Mississippi, as a black man that's in America, that's in Mississippi, as a black man that has seen so much going on, I've seen a lot of murders on TVs that they have on the news of innocent peoples, like such as myself, that is a black African American man, that is a black man that's that's seen people's getting murdered. And people's recording, getting murdered, getting shot, getting killed, getting unalive. Young adults, old adults, young kids getting unalive that are black. Do you know how hard that is for me? Do you even know? Do y'all even know that? Let me tell you something. Being black in America, being black in a society where the system does not care about you, and being black in a society and being a person of color. I'm not a person of color. I'm a black American. I'm a black man. And if there's anybody that, and peoples of color, being a black person, and if you are a person of color and you have grown up and you have been in this society where the system has failed you so many times, where the system does not care about you, where you getting falsely accused of something that you have not did, that you know that you are innocent of, getting discriminated because of the color of your skin, because of how you look, because of the gender that you are, because of your sexual orientation. It is hard being a black American, and it is hard for a person that is a person of color that is in the society in America. And it's not just happening in America, it's happening in other countries, especially Africa and everything like that. When I say people of color, when I think about that, people of color, they face it too. And it pisses me off that they would do this to a disabled black man with disabilities, that is deaf, that has cerebral palsy, that can't even understand what is going on. And he gets arrested and he gets arrested. He gets, damn it, arrested, all because this damn man, this damn white man falsely lies on him and saying that he's been attacked by a black man. And then soon as the police come, they come to Tyron and they start attacking him in the Dollar Tree parking lot. Listen, I'm elaborating. I can't tell you how many times I done stories like this. I cannot tell you how many stories I done like this. I cannot tell you. And it breaks my heart. Because a person like me, a person like anybody else that is black and a person of color with disabilities, if there is anybody else that is black and a person of color that have disabilities, I hope watching this video really helps y'all get through this horrible incident and story, because it's not right. It is not right at all. It is not right. And like what Tyron attorney says, he couldn't understand what they were doing, and he had done nothing wrong. His attorney said, everything I see in the video is Tyron just to avoid being harmed by those officers, and only makes them increase the escalation, the violence that they were using. So basically, he's getting attacked by these officers. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm finna be real with y'all. I done said it in my other videos. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it in this one. If the video and if the incident of Sonya Massey did not open a lot of people's eyes, basically, listen, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all might drag me for what I'm about to say. I don't care. I have a right to speak my mind, and I have a right to give my opinion. I'm going to tell you, I don't trust no police. I don't trust no police. I don't trust damn policemen. I understand y'all might say it's good policemen, it's bad policemen, but still I don't trust. I have trust issues, and I don't trust policemen. I don't trust officers. Because it's been so many people that has been in custody of these officers, that has been in the hands of these police officers, and still peoples of my community that's been in the hands of these officers, and they still getting unalived. And that incident with Sonya Massey, that still hurts me to this very day. Javon McGee, who was in Henderson, South Carolina. He was from Chicago. Y'all remember I did that video on him? Sad, isn't it? And all I can think about is when this man was basically lying on Tyron Mcalpin, it basically brought me back to the Emmett Till situation, where Carol Bryant, the liar, the devil herself, the evil person that she was, gonna lie on Emmett Till and claim that he whistled at her, knowing it was not true. So her husband found out, and he had his friends or whatever family members, they went to Emmett Till's granddaddy's house, pulled him out the bed, took him to an abandoned place, and started torturing him. But what a bunch of peoples don't want. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something, because I watched the Emmett Till movie and I watched the Emmett Till video, but a bunch of peoples don't want y'all to know. I don't know how true it is. This is alleged from what I'm about to say. Rumor has it is that it was somebody of our community that was in the back of the truck when Emmett Till was getting attacked as well. And that was the last time you saw Emmett Till. They saw Emmett Till alive. So after that, after they tortured Emmett Till, they drug him, they attacked him, they unalived him, they put him in the river so he can be unalived, so he can be unrecognizable. They put him in the river. They put him in the water. He was unrecognizable. You couldn't even recognize Emmett Till. And so when the mama finds out, she leaves Chicago and comes all the way to Mississippi. And she tells them when she finds out what happened to Emmett Till, when she finds out that his body was discovered. You know what Emmett Till's mama, Mamie Till, told them people? She told them peoples, let me see my boy. I want the world to see what they did to my boy. I want the whole world to see what they did to my son. I want an open casket. I want the world to see what they did to my boy. I want the whole world to see what they did to my boy. And Carol Bryant, for 68 years, she's no longer here. She reportedly died on the same day Jerry Springer died. I was more sadder when Jerry Springer died than her, because did nobody care about her. Did nobody care about her. It ain't like she went to heaven anyway. It is not like that she went to glory anyway. She didn't go to glory. She went to down there. She went down there where the fire is burning. Because let me tell you why. Yeah, y'all can come for me if you want to. But let me be real. Let me be real. You can't tell me she didn't go up there to where the angels at. You ain't finna tell me she didn't go up there where the angels at. She's down there burning. Because 68, 67, 68 years, this woman, 67 years, this woman was living her best life. This woman was living her best life, knowing that she had lied on Emmett Till, knowing that she had caused so many pain to Emmett Till's family, to his mama, to his grandma, to everybody that cared about him. She was alive still after all them years and after all that pain that she caused, that caused Emmett's family, knowing she was lying the whole time. And you would think she felt any remorse. No. She didn't feel no remorse. But then at the end, she said she made it all up, saying it was not true. Honey, it's too late now. It's too late now. You 67 years later, too late. Before she died, and she was still going around here living her best life, Emmett Till's life was taken away. And I really feel to this day that them boys and that Emmett Till and his cousins, they shouldn't have never went to that store, because I feel if they never wouldn't have went to that store, Emmett Till might not have never had to encounter that whole situation with that woman and with them peoples. Because in the 1940s, 50s, there was a time people was racist back then, and still they didn't like us. They didn't like us, and they still don't. They still don't like us. Some do, some don't. But the some that claim that they do, they be hiding it. But you know, you got some peoples out here that's just, I don't know, color stroked. And peoples want to believe peoples can change. Yeah, peoples can change. You can't see the good in peoples all the time. You got to see the red flags in peoples too. That's just how I see it. That's just how I am. But I think it's sad what has happened to Tyron. It is sad. And I cannot express how sad I am, and I cannot express how angry I am. I can express how angry I am by me talking about this situation and how that white man can sit up there and lie on Tyron, a person with disabilities, to think that he would do something like that. That shows you we don't have privilege. We don't have privilege. We don't have nothing. All we have is each other of the community. And I have pictures of the officers. I don't know if y'all been seeing. I also have pictures of the officers as well. And I have something else that I want to add. It says, the officer's suit body camera fell off at the beginning of the arrest and only shows the ground when asked to pinpoint the moment of Officer Harris' body camera footage. When the bite occurred, Sue stopped, and when the camera was pointed upward and Mcalpin was not in frame. The defense attorney asked Sue if it was possible he scraped his wrist on the ground or Mcalpin opened mouth as they punched, choked, and tasered him. But Sue said no and denied using a chokehold on Mcalpin. Now see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We watched the video. I watched the video. I know what I saw. This is what I'm talking about. People need to learn and take accountability for their freaking actions. They need to take accountability for their actions. And it shows to me that the system has failed us once again. The system has always failed us Black Americans. That has always failed us Black Americans that has disabilities and peoples of color. Always failed them. Some of y'all might not agree with what I'm saying on this video. Some of y'all might not even watch this video. I know y'all probably tired of me talking about this, but if you know me, y'all know I'm real. I ain't never been fake. I've always been real. I've always told the truth. I always been that real bad bitch when it comes to being honest and telling the truth about real situations regarding my community. I've always been that bad bitch, and I ain't scared to say it. And I know sometimes I might not have that mentality all the time, but when it comes to my Black community, when it comes to my community, when it comes to the peoples of color that can relate to me, that can relate to my community, peoples with disability, of the black community and peoples of color, anybody that have disabilities. I'm just saying, these police officers, they do not care about us. Some police officers don't need to be police officers of the law. They don't even need to serve the law. They don't even need to have badges. They don't even deserve to have them badges. Because what they do, they abuse their power. They abuse their power. They think that they can do what they want to do to anybody that they want to do. I'm just going to be honest with you. We get stopped by the police. I need you to step out the car. After you show them your registrations and your insurance and your license, ID or whatever, and you keep saying you clean, you ain't did no drinking or nothing, I'm gonna need you to step out the car and this and that the third. But let it be another person of the community. Let it be another person that is not of our community. And let it be another person that is not of our community, that can't even relate to our community. Let it be another person that is not of our community. Oh, sure, Bob. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Make sure you get home safely now. But us, sir, we need you to step out the car. Ma'am, we need you to step out the car. And the thing is, half of the time, there's no resistance. We do as we are told half of the time. But that does not take away the fact that these officers be doing the most and abusing the law. And that's the truth. One more thing, y'all. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. One more second, y'all. One second, y'all. Okay, I'm going to say this one last thing, and I'm going to let that be the end of this video. Because I wanted to do this video. This is video that that I wanted to do, that I wanted to touch on. And I hope I stayed on topic and everything. But I'm going to ask y'all something. Why are we now just finding this out? And it is October. And this happened in August. And we just now finding this out? Where in the hell have we been? We've been around forever and we just now finding this out. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They want to wait till the wrong time to put this type of stuff on the news and on the media when this stuff happens. We need to know when something like this happens pretty regularly and like that, because this is important. They waited a month or two late to do something like that now. I just don't understand it. Why is we just now hearing about this now? But this is a sad situation. Listen, I'm just going to tell you this. The video will tell you everything that you need to know. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the video in the front of my entrance. After the disclaimer, I'm going to put the video. No, I'm going to put it in my description. But how did I do on this video? And what do y'all think about the situation? So that's going to be my video for today, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. And this will be my video for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. And what do y'all think on my opinions about this situation? What do y'all think? Did I do okay? Did I overstep? Was I overboard with it? What do y'all guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments. And that will be my video for today. And I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Love each and every one of y'all. Thank you. Bye-bye.